Hey,
What's up?
we got some questions on our website. I think Steve's going to read us.
Yeah, we had anonymous write in, and they wanted you to address the issues of excessive use of force and police brutality.
I don't see a problem.
They go hand in hand. Next question.
Next question. No problem. Problem solved. Right there. Deal with it.
Well, listen,
Well,
excessive force is based on, I want to say, perception, right? What we might think might not be excessive force because we're doing a job, we're in the moment.
correct.
But somebody looking at us might look at it and say, they're beating the sparks out of that guy, right?
Correct.
But we're not.
Happens all the time.
Right? We've been debating this for the beginning of time, I'm assuming.
Right. Which is what I'm going to tell you, America. Police brutality was first used in the media in 1872. 1872. So we've been dealing with this for a long time.
Yeah.
A real long time.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not a ridiculous term, but it's kind of like the term when people say assault weapons. Assault rifles are bad. The first time an assault rifle was used in the media was 1985. A lot of people think that AR-15 stands for Assault Rifle 15. It's not. It's Armalite, the company that made AR. Armalite rifle. Doesn't stand for assault rifle.
Right.
So police brutality is kind of a blanket term to think that all cops abuse people and are brutal on calls. And that is not true. If you watch the Paul Harvey police video, less than 0.5%
Yeah.
tarnish the badge. And that's better than you'll find in most clergymen.
That's true.
So most cops, are good, hardworking men and women. They just want to help. They just want to make a difference. So when we talk about police brutality, we have to talk about the human aspect. So I'll tell you a quick story. I was a brand new cop, a couple years on. This guy, I got into a pursuing this guy all over the Northeast Valley, northeast part of town. He hits 6, 7 people, injures like 15 people. Did I take it personal? Yeah. This guy's driving around like crazy, running into people on purpose, trying to hurt people. I took it personal. Okay. You shouldn't do that as a cop. You can't take it personal. I did. Yeah. That's stuff you learn. He crashes at the mobile home park at, I think it was like Lake Mead and Lamb. I get into a foot pursuit. So now I'm chasing this guy. He's running. He goes to go over a wooden fence. He grabs the top of the fence. He's kicking his feet and he's looking back at me. I'm running full steam, right? This was back. I was lifting heavy. I was probably 220. I was strong. I hit him and we went right through the fence, the wooden fence. Boom, just like a movie. He rolls over and he punches me across the face. I was a little upset.
Take it personal.
I was a little upset. So now this guy just injured tons of people. Now he punches me across the face. Would anybody else be upset?
Yeah.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
So what did I do? Started giving him some love.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm giving him some love. The air unit is above me, right? The helicopter. And I'm lit up in the spotlight. And the air unit's saying, I can hear him in my microphone.
416.
The unit's in a 416 with him now. And I'm thinking, it's not much of a 416 as I'm punching him.
Yeah.
But with that said, an officer comes up behind me, grabs me, pulls me off the guy. And he goes, whoa, good job, buddy.
That's exactly what he should have done. Yep.
Exactly what he should have done.
Yep.
Because what I didn't realize was this guy that I was beating was unconscious.
Wow.
But I was so amped up and mad at him for punching me and doing what he did, I was still hitting him.
Yeah.
So this cop probably saved my job, my career.
Yep.
So the human aspect, when violence comes upon you, again, we're human. We get mad.
Yeah.
We get upset. And then you want to do back to that person what he did to you. So that's the human aspect of it. Another story, I had to put a gangbanger's head through the wall at his house. We get into an argument. We fight in his house. I put his head through the living room wall. He's telling me how he's going to kill me. or he's going to hurt me. He's going to get his boys, and he's going to hurt me. Because everything I said to him about the gang life, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
the whole speech we give was a lie. And he's going to get his guys. So I said, all right, how many guys you got? He goes, well, I got about 15 guys. I said, all right, you go get the 15. I'm going to bring about 500 to 2,000 guys.
Yeah, exactly.
With SWAT.
Yeah.
And we'll see who wins.
Yep.
He never came at me.
Right.
6 months later, 8 months later, we go back to the same house. I never forget a house. I never forget a face, ever. As soon as I saw that address,
You knew.
I had a trainee. I said, hey, get ready. This dude's going to fight. So I walk in the house. I got my gloves on. Where's this dude at? I was ready to throw his head through the wall again. Didn't have to.
Yep.
He comes walking up to me. He starts crying. Gives me a hug. So I'm like, what is going on around here? He goes, you're not here for me, sir. You're here for my sister.
What?
This is what he says to me. This hardcore gangbanger. Everything you told me, sir, was 100% true about the gang.
Yep.
He goes, I'm in school now.
Yep.
I changed my whole life. I'm giving my mom money for the bills.
Yep.
I'm doing great. I'm going to graduate.
Contributing to society.
He goes, I got away from the whole gang life because everything you told me, sir, was 100% true.
Yeah.
Now that, to me, I had to use force and be brutal, but I changed this kid's life.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yep.
Okay. So, and then we go to, I've seen parents actually, and I'm sure you've seen this.
Oh, yeah.
Parents, I've seen parents with their kids walking up to us, and I say hi, as would you, and the mom or dad goes, don't talk to them.
They're bad guys.
Yeah, they're bad guys.
What's that training them? That's a bad.
Why would you say that
Exactly.
to a kid?
Yep.
If you do anything wrong, they'll come and take you away. They'll
Yep.
take you to jail.
Yep.
Don't say that to
No.
a kid. We don't want to. We don't want.
But
you
that
to say
happens
to
so
your kid. It
much.
happens all the time.
All
It used
the
to
time.
really piss me off.
Yep.
'Cause, like, now your kids are scared of us. Your
Yep.
kids should want to run to us if something bad's happening.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be thinking we take them to jail.
Yep.
I even had one mom. She was a lawyer. She said, I said hi to the kid, and she goes, "Don't talk to him. He's a cop. Plead the fifth."
Yeah.
It was like 5 years ago.
Yeah. I think that's a lot of problems is the educational part of
100%.
Right?
So the parents are teaching the kids nowadays with this whole woke community to not respect anybody. I can't tell you the last 10 years of my career how I would roll up and kids would be like, I don't respect you. The teenagers, I don't respect you, but you better respect me.
Yeah. Yeah.
How does that work? No, that doesn't work like that.
Yep.
So then I teach them how to respect. So anyway, we got some notes here just because this
We're old guys.
Yeah,
We're old guys.
And remember how we were trained? It was ask, tell, make.
Yep.
Right? I don't think they train like that anymore.
No.
The world, it's a kind of
Softer.
gentler.
Softer, kinder,
Kisses
gentler.
and cupcakes. Now we give out kisses and cupcakes to suspects, but we used to be told ask, tell, make. I mean, we're going to ask you, then we're going to tell you, then we're going to make you. And when we make you, it's going to be 110% from our side, pure violence.
Yep.
Why is that? Because first off, we can't lose the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Second off, there's a gun on every call.
Yep.
My gun,
Yep.
his gun.
Yep.
If we lose the fight, the suspect, and we get incapacitated or knocked out, the suspect can grab the gun, kill you, or shoot you if he wants to. We can't lose. So we ask, tell, we make. Once we make you, it's very
done.
violent.
Yeah, but
we end it very quickly.
it's done.
The only way to not take it personal is with age, time on,
Experience.
dealing with a lot of, experiencing a lot of fights. It's the only way that you really need to gear down in your brain. And this is what I always tell the young cops, because I've been pulled over since I've been retired by Metro, my own people, my own people, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And they kind of treated me like crap.
Yeah.
You know, I had one Tommy that was yelling at me, literally yelling at me, saying, you know, I was going to kill 25,000 people because I was down by the Thomas or the T-Mobile. And it was completely uncalled for. He's yelling at me and stuff, and I'm thinking, dude, why he's taking it personal because I went around cones too fast for him. I was going 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Traffic. I mean, come on, man.
And that's one thing I was going to say is you can't take. You can't. You cannot take it personal.
Disengage. You have to separate your job and your personal life. It's the people are running from you or trying to fight from you because cops take away people's freedom. So when they see us, it's not that they don't like us. It's the badge they don't like. So you need to not take it so personal. And this is to the officers out there, and especially new officers.
Yep.
Don't take it personal, ever. When you're in a fight, subdue, win, put them in cuffs. It's over.
Yep.
The fight's over. Once someone's in cuffs, no more hands.
No more jaw jacking.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. It's over. Put them in the back of the car. Get them down to jail. Like badge heavy. You mentioned that before. Badge heavy cops.
Yeah.
That's usually young guys, right?
1 to 5 years.
1 to 5 years.
Yeah.
They think that badge is this big.
Yep.
They can do whatever they want, talk however they want. Not true. Not true. You're a public servant. We're here to serve and protect. So that badge is not going to protect you. You know what's going to protect you? Your training, your skill set, and your mindset. If you don't have those 3 things,
You're in a downhill slide. Yeah.
you're done.
Yep.
You're done. Body cam footage doesn't always show the whole scene. If you watch our videos, sometimes things happen so fast, you can't see it. So don't judge officers just on body cam because everything happens so fast. You judge what they say they saw because they're the ones there. We're not there.
Everything will come out at the end. That's when they say don't be so quick to judge.
Right.
Right? Because once everything is done and investigated, if the officer did bad, it's going to come out.
It will.
You know, because I'm going to tell you right now, if you saw me do something that was bad, you're not going to jeopardize your career to protect me.
No.
Right?
No.
Because you work too hard to what you have. You have a family to provide for.
Correct.
I'm not going to protect somebody just because, they might have.
They're my boy.
Right.
They're my
You
boy.
can't do that.
I mean, you and I are best friends. But can I lose my career for him? No. And he's not going to lose his career for me. I wouldn't ask him to lie or do something like that for me. Look, we're all adults. When you're a cop, you're a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman. Consequences.
Yep.
If you make a bad choice, just fess up to it, own it. I messed up. Don't do it again.
Yeah.
If you lie, especially here in Vegas, we have a truthfulness at all times.
Yeah.
If you lie about anything you do,
You're done.
automatic termination. And we also have duty to intervene, meaning if me and Gonzo here are on a call and I'm thumping some dude bad and he doesn't do anything,
I'm just as
I get
bad.
fired and he gets fired because he didn't intervene on my behalf like the officer did over 20 years ago for me. I don't even know who he was. I never even looked in his face. But that officer, thank you, sir, saved me.
And left an impression.
Right. So there was a question that somebody did comment in one of our videos about the use of force and how not use of force, but how we cover for other officers. And sir, I wish I knew your name, but that's not true. We don't cover for officers. Now, I can't speak for other departments.
Right.
Back east.
I'm on the job. Hey, I'm on the job.
Back east, I'm from Philly. There's a lot of corrupt police officers. I'm sorry, but there is. Okay. There's some officers that don't take the job as serious as they should.
Yeah.
We can't do anything about that here. Vegas, very unique. They don't put up with that here. So again, you have to police yourself. But then if you can't police yourself, your buddies will police you. And I'm not going to lie for anybody and risk my career because somebody else made a mistake. You made a mistake. I've made mistakes.
How many times, though?
I've got yelled at plenty of times.
How many times when your boys say, I'm going to go out and get drunk, right? But it's your day's off, right?
Yeah.
Hey, call me if you need a ride.
Yep.
Right? Or even if you're on the job.
Yep.
Hey, listen, I'm out drinking. Hey, if you need a ride, call me.
Yeah.
Even if we're working.
Yep.
Right? We're not doing anything bad. We're just trying to make sure our boy gets home.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So we do help each other out in that aspect of things, right? Like any department would.
We do. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it is what it is. There's very few perks to being a cop.
Yeah.
Very few perks.
Yeah.
So the perks that we do have, we use them.
Yeah.
Use them at our disposal. Also, the American Psychology Association. So I was reading about this. This is what they think police officers should do, or this is how they want to change policing in the country. So they have 5 things they want to do. 1 is promote community policing. So community policing means
COP, right?
well, no. I think community policing is they want to police their own people.
Okay.
Meaning no cops, but just citizens walking around kind of policing. Here's the problem with that. You want to talk about corrupt? You want to talk about people that are on the side, not good people or drug dealers, and you're going to put them out and they're going to cover for their buffers, and they're supposed to be citizens?
This is my phone.
Amateurs. See?
Goddamn brand new phone.
Brand new phone. See, you probably broke it. That's what you get. Now I forgot where I was.
Community policing.
Yeah, they police themselves. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Ban chokeholds. Wrong. And now let me tell you why. Banning chokeholds. If chokeholds were deadly or even remotely bad, the UFC wouldn't be doing them for 30 friggin' years without a single death or injury. The rear naked choke is probably one of the best things you can do. I've done it to people on duty, puts them out, stops the fight, just like that.
Yep.
I was fighting this big Samoan dude, and he was shirtless, and there was glass everywhere. And I'm like, if I don't want to be with this 400-pound guy rolling around in all this glass, we're going to get hurt, or he could kill me. He could pick up a piece of glass and just stab me with it.
Yep.
What did I do? The LVNR,
Yeah.
lateral vascular neck restraint.
Yep.
Basically, it's a rear naked choke, but you pronounce it differently. And guess what? I stopped that fight. 2 seconds, he was out. I put him in cuffs. Done. No fighting, no big mess.
But again,
you know what he said to me? He said,
that's the best sleep I had.
he goes, weren't we fighting? And I was like, we were. And he goes, did you put me out, bro? Did you put me out? And I said, I did. And then he was apologizing, and he was.
But it's perspective, right?
See how it ended the fight. So it's almost like if you ban chokeholds, now I got to roll with this dude in the glass and fight and do something else.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I know what happened with Floyd. The kneeling on the neck. That's not a chokehold. That's kneeling on his neck.
Yeah.
The chokehold is not a choke. Choking is when you break the person's trachea.
Yeah.
The rear naked choke, which again, maybe they should rename it, but the rear naked, or
when it's applied correctly,
LVNR applied, it just pushes the carotid arteries on both sides, and you go to sleep. No damage, no nothing. You wake up 5 seconds later, you're good. To ban that, to me, is taking away one of our biggest tools. Because I mean, you're in a fight for your life, and now you can't even do it because they're afraid he's going to die. He's not going to die.
No.
Now, if you hold the rear naked choke for 3 minutes,
yes,
yeah, you're going to kill the guy. But you know what? You hold it for 10 seconds, he goes out, you let go.
Set him up, slap him in the back, and he wakes up. After you put him in handcuffs.
It's happened 1,000 times.
Yep.
It's a great move. That's stupid.
It's a great tool.
It's a stupid thing to ban. And they only ban it because they don't understand.
Yep.
And if it was that bad, the UFC, Dana White, who, God bless Dana White, he loves cops, loves Metro, loves the military.
Loves Trump.
Loves Trump. Do you really think he would let that go on for 30 years if it was dangerous? No. So that's just a dumb rule. The third one is invest more in crisis intervention team. We call that CIT.
Yeah.
Crisis intervention training.
If you're a cop for 1 year, you're in CIT.
Let me just be honest with you. Being a CIT certification, it's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It really is. I had to take the class. It was a week-long class.
Yep.
I learned nothing in that class.
Yep.
Other than if you hear voices in your head, it must suck. That's what I learned. If you hear voices, that sucks. So if you hear voices in your head, I'm sorry.
You better medicate. You better medicate.
In 40 hours, that's what I learned.
Yeah.
But I had been a cop 17 years.
We know how to talk to people. Exactly.
I've spoken to 100,000 crazy people, and you're going to teach me something? No. It's stupid. It's a waste of time.
It's just to be accredited. That's why they do it.
Box to check to say, because look, now they're teaching CIT in the academy.
Yep.
So you haven't even been a cop yet. You haven't even been to a call. You haven't even found your way to a call yet, but you're an expert in talking to crazy people.
No.
Does that sound right, America?
No.
No, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You're not an expert until talking with crazy people until you've talked to crazy people for years and years and years. So anybody who's been a street cop for more than, I'd say, 5 years, you're already CIT.
Yep.
You don't need to take a stupid class to train you how to talk to people. So that, again, that's not good. Number 4, more mental health in law enforcement.
Is that for us or for them?
I don't know.
Mental health?
More mental health. I'm assuming they want more mental health workers in law enforcement, like working with the cops.
Going to a 421A
Well, then send them. You go. I'll stay home. You send the mental health workers.
See how that lost?
Let's see when the guy opens the door with a knife or a gun to their head. Let's see how they do. Because what's going to happen? They'll die. They will die every single time.
Wow.
So that's
That's California just implemented that, bro.
California's stupid.
Well,
California's like the pit of hell.
they just implemented the exact same thing.
Good. They also just signed a law that you can take people's kids at 5 years old and up because they want to have a sex change.
That's stupid.
That's a law now. The government can now take your kid if you don't agree, if they want a sex change and you don't agree with it. So yeah, I don't care what California does. California can fall off the friggin' into the ocean for all I care. Number 5, involve. I put shrinks, but colleges. Involve psychologists, multidisciplinary teams to implement police reform. They also want to send scientists and doctors to violent calls. So let that sink in for a second. We're going to take a doctor.
Okay, so you tell me the video at Reno, you're going to send a doctor and a scientist to that call.
Yes.
They're not.
And I want to watch them die. We're going to watch them die on TV.
Well, they might be able to save their lives after we pump them full of holes.
Scientists and doctors have no business being in a violent call. They have no training, no weapons.
That's just going to endanger my life, dude. Because it's going to make the officer hesitate. And when the officer hesitates, shit goes bad.
I'm not a fan of American psychology anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's all bullshit.
It's all watered down.
I've talked to so many shrinks in my day, with PTSD. And I you know what? You know what any of them did for me? Nothing. It's like a hocus pocus.
You know who's helped me the most is my wife, talking to my wife.
My friends.
Family, right?
My friends. One doctor helped me a little bit, and I remember one thing she said, and that's it.
Yeah.
Out of hundreds of hours of meeting, I remember one thing. Psychology is, I'm sorry, it's just...
Man, that's a reach. That's a reach, man.
Yeah. Psychologists have no business being on violent calls, or doctors or scientists. I'm sorry. That's going to be it's going to be a bloodbath. You're going to have people dying left and right. So
I would be okay with it if they went through the academy and went through FTEP and were police officers as well.
Sure.
I would be okay with that.
I would if they go through everything that we went through.
Yep.
You go through hell for 2 years just to be a cop. If you can go through all that and they can pass everything.
Yep.
Then they could be a cop.
Yep.
But again, you're out there to enforce the law and help people. You're not there to diagnose people and be a doctor.
Yep.
You're not there to be a scientist.
Yeah.
So again, I think the APA, American Psychological, whatever it is, Association. Sorry,
thumbs
you
down.
need to make a new list because you're 5.
They're stupid.
Are stuck.
You ask any police agency about those, they'll probably just laugh in your face, except for maybe California.
Yeah, they're going to laugh in your face. So let me ask you this, APA, American Psychology Association. What about the citizens?
Yeah.
Do the citizens have to do anything?
No.
Oh, no. No, the citizens just act like assholes whenever they want. And now we need to change all of policing. We need to change everything about the whole entire country. No.
No.
How about the citizens start showing some respect? How about they have some integrity and some honor and live a good life and don't commit crimes?
How about contribute to society instead of taking from society?
Right. Everything we do that I see that our country's going towards is protecting criminals and bashing the cops.
Yeah.
How about we start bashing the people that are being bad people? I mean, I'm sorry. I've gone my whole life without going to jail. It's not that hard.
Yep.
It's actually really easy to not commit crimes your entire life.
I went to jail.
When we take people.
Well, no, I went to jail when I was a kid.
Oh, when you were...
I was in high school. When I was in high school, it was drag racing.
I thought you were smuggling meth across the board.
No.
Well, that was before.
That was way before. No.
That was before he came.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, how about the citizens? How about we start asking the citizens? How about you train the citizens?
Accountability.
Yeah, make everybody.
How about them have the same accountability that we have?
Yeah, Bale's racist now. Everything. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So I know we're going off point here. I hope we answered your question, sir. Police brutality, it's been around for over 100 years.
It's going to be on forever.
It will be here for another 100 years. Young cops, don't take it personal. It's not about you, okay?
Yep.
I used to fight people, and then I would apologize after and say, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do.
Yep.
Because remember, suspects' actions always dictate our actions.
Yep.
If I come up and say, put your hands behind your back, and you do it, no fight. If I say, put your hands behind your back, and you don't do it, and you start fighting me, that's not my fault. That's your fault. That's the suspect's fault. Yep. So then they get mad at us because we defend ourselves?
Yeah. No, and I think a lot of that is the way you also approach suspects. We work together. We explained to them what was going on, and they understood, and they complied. Yep. When they don't know, that's when they resist. And I think a little bit on the cops, right? They don't explain what's going on.
That's
right?
Correct.
So that's what happens. So I think a little education on both sides will help, right? A little bit of patience, like you're saying.
Yep.
Take the time to explain it. Calm things down, even though they're aggressive. Yep. We've calmed down some hot people, dude.
We've been on some crazy calls together.
Yeah. And some people have gotten a beat down.
Sometimes they need it.
And unfortunately, it happens. But that's how you de-escalate the situation.
Right. But
So,
when the beatdown's done,
it's done.
done.
It's done.
Once they're in cuffs, it's over. It's not personal. I used to talk to them. I would give them advice on the way to jail. You know what I mean? Talk to them. Hey, man, you know, it wasn't personal for me. And I always got somebody to apologize to me after I whooped their butt.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, because then I could apologize back and say, you know what, we didn't need to do this, but you chose this.
Right.
You chose this. Matter of fact, I would tell people, are you saying you're not going to do what I tell you? F you. Are you saying you want to fight? We're going to fight. Okay.
All right.
Now I'm asking you, I'm telling you, now you're telling me you want to fight. We're going to fight.
Yeah.
And you're not going to enjoy it.
Don't be afraid to intervene.
Right.
Don't be afraid to intervene. So
I hope we answered your question, sir. That was a good question.
yeah. I'm glad you did your homework.
I did have to do some homework for that, because that's a big question. And
It's on a block. It's going to be on the block forever, like you said.
it always, there's going to be bad cops everywhere. It's
Bad citizens everywhere.
It's just life.
There's more bad citizens than there is bad cops, right?
100%. 100%. Most cops, 99% of cops are good, hardworking people, and they just want to make a difference in life.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You got 1%, just like
Less than 1%.
you got bad airline pilots. You have bad teachers. Look at all of our teachers nowadays.
Yeah.
It seems like every teacher just wants to make our kids get a sex change. I don't understand it.
Or teachers sleeping with students.
Yeah. There's bad. Every job you can name something that's bad.
Yeah.
A percentage of them that are bad.
Yeah.
That's life, because we're human beings.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Police brutality will always be there. Get over it.
Yeah.
Don't take it personal. You know, that's the best thing I could say.
Yeah. You're right.
Because it's going to happen. But you got to remember, if you want to fight, you're going to get a fight.
Yeah.
So that's the way it is. So be respectful to the cops, and everything will always go your way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was
I'm going to give you 12 donuts.
You're going to give me 12 donuts. I don't deserve them. But if you have any comments about what we just talked about, leave them below. If you agree or disagree, hey, that's up to you.
Yeah.
That's what makes America great.
Yeah.
We can agree to disagree. It's all good.
Yep.
I still love everybody out there. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, click on the next video here or here, wherever it is.
Yeah.
You'll find it.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
And those for still serving, stay safe out there.
Make a difference in someone's life. Stay classy, Las Vegas.
Always.